Good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us here in the chat. You tune into the Market-Based Edition. Your fellow competitors speaking. Let's go over the title really quickly. 384,000% is just an approximate percentage gain from the current level up to 100 or approximately $100,000. It's just worded differently, guys. Okay. So for those of you saying that, oh, that's clickbait. No, it's not actually. It's $100,000, which is what everyone else is saying. It's not what I'm saying. But what we're going to do in this video is go over some practical price targets. So welcome back, loyal family. If you're new here, consider joining us if you make it through the clickbaity-ish thumbnail there. We're also going to go over there, kind of revisit that three-part cross pullback explosion that we went over on the previous video. So we got all that in this video, jam-packed, guys, price targets and all that. So let's see what we have, and let's dive right into the charts here, shall we? All right, so today's May the 29th, I think it is, 2021, and the current, or the previous close of AMC is going to be $26.12. It closed negative approximately 1.5% for the day. Okay. All right, welcome back, everyone. ASMR, interesting analysis. This is not financial advice. All right, so here's what we have on the chart. Okay. So I know a lot of you remember, I guess the verbiage is slightly different there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new, let me just pull up the 50 and the 200 exponential moving averages. Okay, that's a 50. All right, the 200. So we're very close to a cross. Yeah, like we were saying on the previous video, it's inevitable at this point. The cross will likely happen. There's only one way to undo this cross. I'm not even going to explain how to undo it because, you know, the bulls, they're really sensitive, guys. I'll explain it anyways for those who are like, just curious to know. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but technically speaking, when you have a 3-day bullish cross, it's called the golden cross, but it's just on a 3-day. In order to undo a cross, a golden cross, what the sellers must do is have enough selling interest or momentum in the market to push the price all the way down to and through the cross. That's what must happen in order to undo the golden cross. I'm just explaining to you as an example of what must happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen. In fact, I don't think that's going to happen. Not because we're long. By the way, we are long the market. But yeah, just letting you know. And that level, the price target would be like $9. So just a brief explanation about that. Now, what we're going to go over is, I guess, the cross. We're still waiting for the cross. That will likely happen on the next these are 3-day candles. On the next candle, which is going to open up on June the 1st. Okay. So then the cross will be likely be official. Again, just understand that what the sellers, their obligation is in order to undo the cross. But if they're unsuccessful in doing that, the second part that we're going to be looking for is the pullback. Okay. Now, I was a little bit unsure of exactly how the pullback would take place. I guess the only thing that I would have to kind of practically, if I said that right, refer to this as is, you see this little candle that I just outlined? Because if you notice, let me just kind of clone that. These two candles look somewhat identical. If you notice that, very large wick at the top of that candle representing, I don't know if you guys can actually see that. Can you see that? Those two candles represent selling interest. Notice a very large wick at the top of those candles. Just means that the sellers are stepping in, guys. They're relentless. They're going to keep trying to push the price down, okay? The only difference that I noticed with this this wick, that the most recent wick at that 3-day candle, is it was a rejection of about 30%. And on this previous wick here on this 3-day candle, about January the 26th, 2021, I think that one was very severe. It was like 56% there. Yeah, it's like 56% retracement, okay? So I guess what I will try and do is say that, okay, I was only expecting like a 5 market day retracement, okay? So that can be measured kind of like this area right around here, like the candles here. I'm not sure if it'll be this length amount of time, but the longer the consolidative phase before the move up, the better. I mean, obviously, if you notice how these candles here, like notice how these see how these candles, they were like perfectly confined within this range here. If I can get a quick measurement of the range, all the way down to like $5 and all the way up to like $14. Notice it was beautiful, walking up the stairs, higher high, higher low, higher high, well, not a higher high, but a higher low. It was continuing to make higher lows until it exploded. And notice it took, let's see how much of a time frame that it took before it reached the higher levels, 112 days. So this is beautiful. The longer the market has a confined range of consolidation, the more aggressive the explosion to the upside. So if AMC just so happens to find itself within another sideways, potentially even 112 days consolidation, you guys should be praised. You should be happy to see that, because those are the healthy movements that you want to see in the market in order to have a sustainable walk up the stairs, so to speak. Basically, just, continuing to thrust and ease to the upside. Okay, so let's just say, hypothetically, I'm not saying this is going to happen, guys, 12 days. That'll bring it on over to somewhere September the 21st, 2021, hypothetically speaking. But if we are up against a very aggressive, immense move to the upside, I don't want to say squeeze, guys. Everybody says lemonade squeeze, and I don't like saying a cliche. But if we are up against an aggressive rip to the upside, then I would say that probably next week is how long the pullback will take. And as far as a retracement, I was only expecting the market to go all the way down to $22 as a worst case scenario. But yeah, let's just kind of leave it at that, guys. I was able to do that because I'm looking at the GME, like kind of the behavior of the GME market, and before it had its very aggressive move to the upside. Just put a line right about there. That's like $22. Okay, so if the market is above $22, that's beautiful. Okay, they have some sort of retracement, then I can understand what is going on. It's just a simple pullback before the aggressive rip to the upside. Now, if it gets below $22, yeah, that is actually we'd have to revisit this, because that wouldn't be within what I understand. So $22 is the potential retracement level. All right. So I think we've covered all of that in terms of the cross has not happened, the pullback. Potentially we're up against that process of this aggressive move. And let's go over the price targets. Okay, here it is. Take it easy there, bulls. Take it easy there, okay? Those are my price targets, guys. Those are my practical price targets, $104, okay, and $145. Now, if AMC just so happens to explode above this range and just kind of obliterate these levels, and it stays above $145, then yeah, you can expect to see substantially higher price targets. This practical price target right there. And just to kind of show you the way that I was able to measure. Remember, guys, I don't pull numbers out of my rear. Pardon me there, if that's kind of rude for my former listeners. I take what's measurable, and the reason that I was able to get those numbers was because I went all the way back in time, back when the market started out about approximately like in December 2013. If you notice this price action, and all I do is just take like these simple weird lines, and I just put them above the candles bodies. If you notice here, the two touch points, I'm just putting an ascending line on those two touch points and just kind of finding a range that we can reference and I can measure. Okay, I don't know how to measure 100,000. I don't know how to do it. You guys are a million times smarter than me, and you can measure that stuff. I'm just the guy with the weird lines who's always speaking weird, right? Being condescending or condescending, okay? So that's all I have for you wonderful folks. That's the price targets, and we're up against potential pullback in the market, $22. That's a beautiful buying opportunity. I'm going to look at that as a buying opportunity if it stays above that level. All right. That's all I have. So hopefully this was useful. Hopefully this is some sort of, you can refer to this in the future and say, okay, somewhat, maybe not spot on with the time, but maybe the price targets. I can assure you, if there is an aggressive move up, yeah, this would be a pretty interesting level to pay attention to. Yeah. So that's all I have, guys. So leave an appropriate thumb just below the video if you enjoyed the content, and leave a comment so that the YouTube algorithm can push this video out there to all of the AMC investors. And also, if you're new, before you go there, traditional stocks, alternative market, we're into that. Bitcoin, altcoins, subscribe, hit the bell. We'll send you that information when it is available. So thank you for your time, guys, stopping out, listening until the end. I truly appreciate that. That's supportive to the channel. Thank you. And we'll talk soon. Be sure to execute your strategies out there as well. We didn't go over that. Okay, always do that. And yeah, bye for now. Okay.